Alrighty, so what do we see here? We've got some broccolini. I've got 4 packages of broccolini, and I'm going to make beef and broccoli. Usually I would buy Chinese broccoli, but if I don't go to the Asian market, I don't get my hands on Chinese broccoli. Broccolini is an excellent substitute. And what I do is I throw it in a pot of boiling water for 1.5 minutes. 1 minute, 30 seconds, and then I take it out. That's it. And that's step 1 on making my beef with broccoli. All right, so there it is. It's all in the pot. And in 1.5 minutes, I'm going to take it out. Because I don't want to cook it all the way through. I just want to get it a little bit, it's not really blanching. I just want to cook it a little bit. And then I'm going to throw it in at the last minute when I make the beef portion of it. But this is step 1. I'm going to take it out of here when it's after that 1.5 minutes, and I'm going to cut it into bite-sized pieces, and it's ready to go when I make the whole dish. Okay, so that's it. It's survived the 1.5 minutes. It's still got a nice crunch to it, but it's a little bit cooked. And now when it cools, I'm going to cut it into bite-sized pieces. Okay, so here is all the broccoli. And I'm going to cut it into little bite-sized pieces. Here we go. Okay, so here they are. See? Bite-sized pieces. Right? Nice bite-sized pieces. And that's going to go in last minute after I cook the beef. And you could do this with chicken. You could do it with tofu if you wanted. I'm doing it with flank steak because I really, really like the beef. Okay. It is beef and broccoli time. So you see I've already got my broccoli all cut up in little pieces. I've got a lovely flank steak. It's 1 pound and 11 ounces. It's also going to involve some hoisin sauce, some soy sauce, a little bit of cornstarch, a little bit of sesame oil, and some sesame seeds. I'm gonna fry this stuff up in some peanut oil. So the first thing I'm going to do is start slicing this up into paper thin slices so that we have some really nice pieces of beef. So I'm just going to take it, and that's basically what I'm doing. And it's almost like, well, it's not quite like, but it's almost the way they would do bulgogi, except, you know, I don't have a professional slicer, but look at how thin I'm slicing that. And this is going to get pan fried. Look at that, isn't that nice? Let's take that, right? So this is going to get pan fried, and then we're going to add the rest of the ingredients, add the broccoli. You'll see, it's going to be wonderful. So I'm going to stop the video now, finish slicing all this up, and then we're going to start putting it together. Okay. So what you see here is all of the flank steak, shredded up. This is 4 ounces of hoisin sauce. This is 4 ounces of Kikkoman soy sauce. This is a tablespoon of cornstarch. Of course, the broccoli. And then we've got a little sesame oil, which is a dash of that. And basically what we're going to do is pan fry this meat until it's like halfway cooked. And then in batches. And then once it's all done, we're going to put it all together. We're going to add the soy sauce, and we're going to add 5 ounces of water. We're going to add about 1 ounce of water to this cornstarch as a thickening agent later. And we're going to add that hoisin sauce. And that's it. It's that simple. Here we go. Okay, so there's some peanut oil in the pan. And I'm going to hit it with a little bit of sesame oil, just a few drops. And I'm going to hit it with the first batch of meat. So there it is, my first batch of meat, right? I can't do it all in one shot. And I'm going to season that with a tiny bit of garlic powder and onion powder and a tiny bit of some other meat tenderizer spice. That's it. And now I'm just going to make sure that they all get browned. Simple as that. And we're going to do this in a few batches. And once that meat is all browned, then we'll move on to step 2. Pretty simple, right? Okay, so that's it. Right? I'm just going to do it for the tape, and that's what I'm taking out and putting in the next batch. Okay? I'm going to keep it out and put in my next batch. Just like that. Okay. I'm going to mix the spices. You know what I forgot to put last time? I'll do it this time. That's a little bit of black pepper. And we don't put salt because there's plenty of salt in that soy sauce. That's it. And probably 2 more batches. Okay, so there it is, right? Now I'm going to throw all the rest of the meat in. Okay. Let's pull the meat. Stir it up real quick. And now, watch how easy this is. Four ounces of soy sauce plus 5 ounces of water. Bam. That's it. And 4 ounces of hoisin sauce. And that gets all stirred up. And once we get that up to the simmer, or the boil, then we're going to stir in the cornstarch. Pretty simple, right? All right. And we get that up to a simmer. Put it over the bigger burner so I can get it to go a little better. So you see how it's a little bubbling on the side? Now this is a tablespoon of cornstarch with 2 ounces of water, and that is going to thicken up pretty quickly. It's not going to get super thick, but it's going to add a nice thickness to the sauce. You can almost see it already that it's starting to thicken. Right? You can see it's thickening. Nice, right? And we got plenty of sauce so that, you know, because my biggest complaint a lot of times is there's not enough sauce. And then, you know, your rice kind of overpowers everything. Okay, see how that's thickening nice? I'm going to lower that flame a little bit, and I'm going to put in the broccoli. Just like that. Okay. Now we're just going to give it a quick mix. Nice. Get everything coated with that beautiful sauce. See how nice our broccoli is still kind of got a nice bite to it. It's still very green. And that's it. Shut the flame off. Closer. And now we just finish it off with some toasted sesame seeds. And that can just sit there for a little while until it's time for dinner. Alrighty, so there it is over rice, and this is why I'm 1,000 pounds right now. Oh, I can't help it.